Hello YouTube, this is Silver Age Dave. Today I am doing a support shout out video for JPL Flash Comics Geekdom. JPL Flash is a fairly new channel for me. I actually found this through a little known series called Silver's Contest Roundup. I saw a few people that had done entries and I thought I'll check that out. And so I found JPL Flash. I like the channel. It's a 200 subscriber contest. As of today, he is at 257 subscribers. It's a nice contest, 18 plus, subbed anywhere in the world, comment and link. You have two options. You do have an option to just comment, and that'll give you one entry, so you don't have to make a video on this one. If you make a video, he's going to give you 5 entries, and I think that's a pretty fair trade. He wants to see 5 different characters, DC and Marvel and Indie. And it seemed to be a showcase of artists when he had done his. And so I just grabbed out some general stuff that maybe covers all ground. Contest was posted July 5th. It ends the first week of August. I didn't see an actual end date on the video or in the description, but the boy who had 7 commented on one of the contest roundups that it ends first week of August. So let's rock and roll. I am going to start with Thor just because I love Thor, and I've got a lot of these old, really I got a lot of Thors in general, but the old Kirby covers, how could you not like that? There's just 130 and I think 131. I just grabbed a couple out of the box, and you know, the artwork on these things, it wasn't cartoonish. It was like real, and it was so vibrant. And I was always a big D&D player back in school, and so when I started buying Thor comics, I always like showing off this ridiculous 3.5 that CGC did for me. I've had this comic since probably 78, and the whole collection graded out in the upper mid grades. And this one somehow came back at 3.5. But anyway, I still think it's a great cover. Great Kirby art. And he had Vince Colletta on these doing the covers. So it's Kirby on the inside, Vince Colletta doing the cover. But still beautiful. And I love these. So I'm always a big fan of Thor. I showed off some of my early Walking Dead not too long ago. This particular cover, I've got a couple of these, and I just have always loved it. I better set these back. I'm using my iPad. Normally, I use my iPhone to make these support videos, so this is different. But there was something simple and innocent about this cover that I liked. Really, all the Tony Moore early stuff, I just really enjoyed. So, you know, I got a kick out of Carl. He's out of the TV show, spoiler alert, but I think, you know, he was always a great character for me. I enjoyed watching him on the show grow up, and in the comic books, still seeing him growing. So that's another character that I really do enjoy. Then I was thinking the other day about Steranko. Let me grab this cover down here. Hold on, YouTube. Wait while I get ready, because I wasn't ready. I showed this off recently. This is a great Jim Steranko cover, great Bronze Age 20 center. But I wanted to show off something pretty neat a lot of people may not know, and this is not it. I have to do more. This is a book that I had picked up in a haul quite a while ago, and I really didn't know what it was. It just had some early appearances in it, and I thought, oh, that's really cool stuff. And then another haul, I happened to come across this book, which is the same exact book. It's the same stuff, and I get a big kick out of it. But we're talking about Steranko here. So a lot of people don't realize in the 60s how much he changed about comic culture. He was involved in pop culture in general, but the old Nick Fury was, you can see here, this is Strange Tales 135. He was like always dressed up. He was always professional. So the Nick Fury that most people know today is, here's a secret Secret Night Warriors, just a comic I happen to have sitting. The look of Nick Fury, this is not a modern change. This change with the skin tight, the belts, the zippers, all the black leather, that came about. It came about as part of Steranko revamping Nick Fury in the 60s. So I've always been a Nick Fury fan. The whole look of Nick Fury, though, was something that that you have to credit Steranko with. He was involved in a lot of things. Anyway, enough about him. But anyway, that's something I'm showing off. I guess I can make this a half-hour video if I want to, but we'll save that for another time. And then this happened to come my way as part of a haul video. Now, this is a Tomb Raider comic book, but it's all painted artwork by Jusko. And I just wanted to share this, how beautiful this is. Look at the art from the 60s and the 70s comic books. And, when it's computer and digital, there's part of it for me that, it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I still like it. I'm still in the stores buying, but there's something amiss. Well, you take any of this stuff, this is all painted, and it's just incredible. Never take for granted the skills that these guys have. The modern artists, no matter what medium they're working in, the level of art they're capable of is just incredible. It's almost, if you think of great rock guitarists that are able to play classical music, or pianists, rock keyboards that can play classical. It's you think one is separate from the other, but really there's a combined. And so I happened to get this book in a haul for, I don't know, 50 cents or so, but it's just beautiful. So I wanted to show that off. A little Tomb Raider painted artwork, so that's cool. And then I don't even know if I did 4 or 5. Another character I want to talk about is this one right here, Luke Skywalker, who we count this as comic book. Now this one on top is a reprint, so I can get into it without too much worry. But I always wondered how, the comic book was basically just an adaptation. And on here we have Howard Chaykin listed as the illustrator. He's not credited on here as the artist, but I think that's basically what he was. And certainly if you get a CGC copy of this book, he's credited as the artist. So I always found that interesting that he wasn't credited as such, but you can't go wrong with some Luke Skywalker, and his cast of characters was just incredible. So we have that. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, this is a current indie. I hadn't seen anything online about. I just picked this up today, which today is Comic Book Wednesday. This video will come out tomorrow. But it's called Paradise Court. They had 3 covers available for it. I'm going to do this because she's got a bikini bottom on, but I don't know about that. So we'll just cover her up a little bit. And it's an interesting story. The art is interesting. This is, let's see who we got. Joe Brusha is the writer. Babisu Kourtis is the art. And I found it to be interesting. The story moved, in my opinion, there was a whole lot of background in this one. It kept my attention. There was some interesting plotting going on, and I think they're setting themselves up for a bright future. But I'm going to give it, I think, 1 thumbs up. If I could give it 2 thumbs up, that's possible. I'm going to give it 1 out of 2. And hopefully this becomes something. But I thought it was a cool series. So that's my indie pick. And I'm going to stop there. That's got to be 5. And we covered a lot of ground. So, again, this is a JPL Flash Comics Geekdom contest and shout out. All right, so I'll put the link in there. Sub them up. You can get in the contest with a simple comment. With that, I'll put it back here. This is weird with the iPad. With that, Silver Age Dave, shout out support for JPL Flash Comic Geekdom. Silver is out.